Have you ever wondered how people feel when their children go against the lessons that they were taught growing up and they chase fantasies or pursue wrong things in life? Well, you're not alone in this, and even God had to watch his own people self-destruct. Hi, I'm Pastor John Socraft from Heights Christian Church, and what we are doing as a congregation is going through the Bible in 5 years. We invite you to join us wherever you are by subscribing to our YouTube channel. 6 days a week, we'll read a small part of Scripture and take just one thing from that portion to help us be more like Jesus. And then on Sunday, our services will be online on this very channel, and our sermon will be over the material we read during the week. And so in today's devotional, we'll go through Deuteronomy chapter 31, verses 14 through 29. And we'll see that it wasn't a person who predicted the path of the people's lives in Israel, but it was God himself who was letting Joshua know what was going to happen. So let's read about that. And then the Lord said to Moses, "Behold, the days approach when you must die. Call Joshua and present yourselves in the tabernacle of meeting that I may inaugurate him." So Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves in the tabernacle of meeting. Now the Lord appeared at the tabernacle in a pillar of cloud, and the pillar of cloud stood above the door of the tabernacle. And the Lord said to Moses, "Behold, you will rest with your fathers, and this people will rise and play the harlot with the gods of the foreigners of the land, where they go to be among them, and they will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger shall be aroused against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, Have not these evils come upon us, because our God is not among us? And I will surely hide my face in that day because of the evil things, because of all the evil which they have done, and in that they have turned to other gods. Now therefore write down this song for yourselves, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. When I have brought them to the land flowing with milk and honey, of which I swore to their fathers, and they have eaten and filled themselves and grown fat, then they will turn to other gods and serve them, and they will provoke me and break my covenant. Then it shall be, when many evils and troubles have come upon them, that this song will testify against them as a witness, for it will not be forgotten in the mouths of their descendants, for I know the inclination of their behavior today, even before I have brought them to the land which I swore to give them." Therefore Moses wrote this song the same day, and taught it to the children of Israel. Then he inaugurated Joshua the son of Nun, and said, "Be strong and good courage, for you shall bring the children of Israel into the land which I swore to them, and I will be with you." And so it was, when Moses had completed writing the words of this law in a book, when they were finished, that Moses commanded the Levites, who bore the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, "Take this book of the law, and put it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there as a witness against you. For I know your rebellion and your stiff neck. If today, while yet I am alive with you, you have been rebellious against the Lord, then how much more after my death? Gather to me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their hearing, and call heaven and earth to witness against them. For I know that after my death you will become utterly corrupt, and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you. And evil will befall you in the latter days, because you will do evil in the sight of the Lord, and provoke him to anger through the work of your hands." So first I want you to understand something, is that God himself inaugurated Joshua. This was not Moses making everything happen. This was God approving of his choice to be the leader of the people of Israel. And he gave his approval and his blessing over Joshua. But he also told Joshua what to expect as a leader, and that is that the people in the coming years will turn against God. They will play the harlot. They will sin greatly against God while chasing false gods in the process. Their actions will lead them to punishment. One of the hardest things that we as parents have to do is we have to watch our children go against the advice that we have given them. And this is advice that we learned the hard way because we refused to listen to our parents as well. The people of Israel grew up in the presence of God. And remember, these were not the ones that were slaves in Egypt, as that generation had to pass away before they could cross over into the promised land, with the exception of Joshua and Caleb. So God has given his people all that they needed, and they still rebelled against him. Do you see that? Even God has children who rebel against him and his counsel. Do not be discouraged and think you did everything wrong or did anything wrong when you parent someone and they go the opposite direction of what they are taught. Some children will go their own way and do their own thing just because they want to. And so when this happens, continue to seek God and follow Christ, and know that through this text we have read today that even God completely understands, and he will be there for you when you seek him. And I hope you got something out of today's devotional, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.